Hello, and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour here on Verbling, we will be looking at vocabulary, which is related to weather and talking about the weather. Very common small talk topic for Western speakers, for English speakers, particularly Americans, where the weather changes every 5 minutes. So we'll be looking at vocabulary for very useful conversational English. In addition to looking at some basic nouns that describe concrete things related to weather, we'll also look at some verb noun collocations. And of course, we use a lot of adjectives when we're describing the weather. So we'll be looking at a number of adjectives as well. In the following hour's class here on Verbling, we'll be having a conversation-based class to practice what we learn in this hour. As usual, in the vocabulary class, students will take turns doing some basic exercises, fill in the blank, mix and match, and so forth. And we will discuss the vocabulary we learn as we go along to make sure that the meaning is perfectly clear to everyone. Okay, so, all right. Any viewers would like to join the class, come on in, because I'm ready to begin. And we'll get started learning vocabulary, which is related to weather. Okay, to give you an idea what we're doing and the types of exercises we'll be looking at, let me do a little screen share here. Cover some basic information and then show you what we're looking at. All right, first of all, some basic vocabulary as background. Terminologies, well, a couple terminologies that often are confused: climate and weather. The climate refers to the general weather conditions in a place. So when we talk about weather, we're usually talking about the weather presently or in the near future or in the near past. In other words, specific elements of weather. When we talk about climate, it's much more general. We're talking about the seasons and what weather is like most of the year. Okay, Andre has joined me. Hello, Andre. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. I'm
Okay,
fine, thank you. Yes.
great. Glad to hear it. Thanks for joining me. Okay, we're going to be looking at vocabulary related to weather. So, of course, basic vocabulary, the climate, referring to the general weather over the course of a year. For example, Southern England have almost a Mediterranean climate for part of the year. Okay, you can talk about part of the year. Some people think pollution and carbon dioxide is causing climate change in countries and continents all over the world. In a tropical climate, such as where I live currently, I'm currently living in the Philippines, has a dry season and a rainy season. Hot and dry, hot and wet, and that's about it. As opposed to North America or Europe or down in Argentina, where there are 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. Americans tend to call autumn fall, but in reality, you can hear either one. In America, fall or autumn, both are used, actually, fairly interchangeably. Okay, Andre, let's do some mix and match exercises here. Match the sentences on the left with related sentences on the right. So which sentences more or less match is the idea.
Uh,
Okay,
it
so
was
number
it
one,
was
yeah.
sunny. It was sunny and very hot. Uh, thunder, no. Uh, uh, very hot. Sunny. It's a beautiful day.
Well, you live up there in Canada, so any day it's sunny and hot, you think it's beautiful. But think about very hot, as in 40, 45 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about it if that happened for 5 days in a row. If it was over 40 degrees for maybe 5 days in a row, what would that be?
It's possible. It's very wet. No.
No,
Wet.
wet is water, of course.
Okay.
So,
Wet is okay. Wet. Comme wetsuit. No? Wet.
so you
Wet.
you would you would say it's very wet if there was a lot of rain. This is the opposite. It's very sunny. There's no rain.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
hot. Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know some word. You
okay.
know.
Well, here you
Heat.
go. Heat,
Okay.
heat, hot, heat go together. All right. We had a bit of a heat wave when you have, especially 3, 4, 5 days in a row, very hot weather. It's called a heat wave. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Americans, I'm not sure about British, but Americans, when it's 3 or 4 or 5 days, very, very cold, below zero, okay, or even negative temperatures, uh, we often call that a cold snap. Same thing as a heat wave, but opposite, cold weather. You have a cold snap. Okay. Let's come on. Okay, how about the next one, Andre? Number two.
Okay. We had a lot of rain. Well, I know what is that, but
So, so which sentence would that match?
uh, wintry shower. I don't know. Some word is the new word for me.
Okay.
It's possible to.
All right.
It's right. It was very wet.
Yes, you got it. That's right. So a common phrase, oh, it's been very wet the last few days, meaning obviously wet, water, rain. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Number three.
It's snow, snow, and on and off. So it's snow. It's the snow. It's snow. Okay.
Snow. Yes.
Okay.
Snow.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
It's snow in Quebec.
Yes, it does. I know. Okay.
Okay.
So if it snows on and off, that means it snows for an hour, then it stops for half an hour, then it snows for half an hour, then it stops for 2 hours, then it snows for half an hour, like that. I knew
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But winter shower. Okay. It's a shower. Okay. It's the word. They
Yeah.
are very a few wintry. What is wind?
Wintry means like winter. It's an adjective that means it's like winter.
Okay.
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 Yep. And this is correct. Wintry showers. Now, okay, Americans, I've heard this used, but generally Americans use showers for rain. Um, Meaning shower, okay, on and off rain. We tend to, in as an American, I know, and had very similar weather. Of course, we've talked before where I live. We tend to call those flurries. There was a flurry when it snows, kind of snows a little hard with a little wind for 20 minutes and then it stops. That's a flurry. If there's scattered flurries is the common collocation. Scattered flurries, it's widely separated areas of snow. Um, the same thing is usually we say showers. It's the same thing. Widely separated on and off rain. Normally Americans call that showers. We don't usually refer to snow as showers. We refer to it as flurries. Yeah, so this wintry showers would definitely be more British. Okay, Andre, number 4.
Number 4. It was very windy. Okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Windy, thunder, and light night. No, uh, it was 1 minute. Thunder. I know. Light night. Okay, no. Windy is a beat of drizzle. There was a beat. A breeze.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Breeze
breeze.
is wind. Now, again, it's just a little bit different British and American, I guess, but okay, quite a breeze. All right. But normally a breeze is a steady wind. Like if you go to the ocean or you're standing by the
Yeah,
St. Lawrence River,
yeah,
there's a steady breeze. It's constant. Um, when when the wind is on and off, it's very strong on and then off and then on again. We say it's gusty. Whoops, wrong place. Okay, gusty wind is when it's
you have
kind
a
of strong and on and
you have
off.
a you have a breeze in the morning. No.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, there's a nice breeze in the morning. A breeze is actually usually a positive thing. It's nice. It cools things down. It's a steady wind.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
you have a adjective quite.
Yeah, possibly.
Is
Quite a breeze means that there's more above average, I
yeah.
guess. Right.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Uh, okay. So for me, for number 4, it was very windy. I would say it was gusty, not quite a breeze, but all right, similar enough, I guess. Okay. Sam has joined us. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Okay, we're looking at some weather vocabulary, a little mix and match exercise. Which sentence on the right relates closely to the sentence on the left? So, Sam, number 5.
Okay. It was dull and cloudy. Dull and cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
Number
Paper.
H, it was very wet.
No,
H,
eight,
no?
eight. First of all, more of an A sound, H. But
H,
no,
H.
H goes with we had a lot of rain. Rain is water, rain
Okay.
is wet.
Okay, it was uh it's a wind dull and cloudy. I think it's overcast. It
That's
was
it.
very overcast.
Overcast means it's very
Cast.
gray. You can't see any blue sky. There's no sun. There's no
Mm-hmm.
rain. It's not raining. It's just cloudy. So not wet. There is no water, but it's very cloudy. Uh,
Overcast we can say instead of cloudy.
yep, exactly.
Overcast.
We tend to use overcast when it's really cloudy. Yeah, that's right. It's interesting, Sam. Where I'm where I'm from in North America, actually quite close to Andre. In the winter, when it's cloudy, it's warm. it's a warmer temperature, and when it's clear, it's very cold in the winter. And the opposite is true in the summer. In this, well, the extremes, I mean. When it's clear, it's very hot, and when it's cloudy, it tends to be cooler because it blocks out the sun. Is that the same where you live, or different story?
Yes, it's different. If
Mm.
it is in winter, I think it's a cold, and if it is a rain here, and it's a summer, it's also cool. Yes,
Okay, okay.
because
When
here
it's overcast.
weather is
Okay.
yes, and especially if it's continue rain, for example, 1 day or 2 day or 3 days continuously rain. So it's little colder than in
Hmm.
hot summer. Yes, in summer especially. And if it is windy, it's more colder. But it's no wind because here, that area is plain and not a
Hmm.
desert area, but dry and uh,
Hmm.
very shiny or windy, or
Okay,
and
I see.
yes, and nights especially are breezing or breeze,
Breezy,
especially
breezy.
breezy, yes, and
Yeah,
especially in the middle of night.
I
It's
see.
very,
Okay,
yes, around 3 or 4 o'clock. It's
okay.
breezy.
So it's a bit different. Oh, okay. Andre, number 6.
Number 6. He had some light rain. I think he had the thunder and lightning.
Uh, the key here is light rain. Thunder and lightning would involve heavy rain,
Yeah.
a downpour, heavy rain. Light rain, something different.
Okay. Uh, yeah, it's light rain is they are breeze. But no, they
Yeah,
was a bit drizzle. A bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay, now again, British and Americans tend to use similar, in this case, talking about weather, very similar vocabulary, but it means something slightly different. I don't know. Maybe it's because the weather is different. But uh, okay, so British, this material is British, so um, they equate light rain with a drizzle. Um, as an American, for me, a drizzle is a specific kind of rain where you have the very big drops of water come down, plip, plip, and they're spread out, and they go plip, 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 plip. So it's intermittently hitting the ground, and they're very spread out, and they're very big raindrops. As opposed to a very light rain, as an American, I would call a light rain a shower. Oh, we had a little shower. Okay, where the rain is kind of fine. Um, so terminology is kind of different, I guess. I don't know if they get that kind of rain in England or not. I don't know. Anyway, Sam, number 7.
Yes. Before going to 7, can we say
Yeah.
that light rain is similar to shower?
In America, you
No?
definitely would. They are the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a bit foggy. Um, Foggy means uh, a bit foggy. It was very wet.
Well,
No,
yeah, well, it would be kind of foggy is kind of wet, but
wet. Yeah, but not
no.
as
Yeah, we're looking for a word that more
consider that. Yeah.
similar to misty. I mean, sorry, I just said it. Oops.
Sim-
Sim
Yes, it was a quite misty.
okay, okay, all right. Similar to foggy. All right, I sorry,
Yes.
I got tangled up.
Yes,
Uh,
there are a lot of names, right?
yeah.
Foggy, misty,
Mm,
and shower,
well, there's
and
generally more than one.
drizzle. Drizzle is different,
Yeah,
yes.
generally more than one.
But how we can differentiate which one is which one?
Uh, okay, well, light rain, shower, it doesn't matter which one. They're interchangeable for me. You know, a steady wind, a breeze, it's the same thing. Um, foggy and misty are a little different. We tend to, strangely enough, we tend to use foggy when it's thicker. You can't see through it. It's like a cloud on the ground, and you really can't see through it. Um, and we tend to use foggy when it's associated with water, like near the ocean or over the river or something like that. We tend to use misty in relation to mountains or hilly areas, but it's you can kind of see through the mist. Another similar word is haze or hazy. Um, haze you would kind of associate with heat, the desert, a plains area. Uh, that's the kind of thing where you look across the desert and across the plains and you see like a shimmer. You can't see far away clearly because there's actually water vapor. Sometimes we associate haze with pollution. That water vapor picks up particles of pollution, makes it even harder to see. So it's hazy in the desert because it's hot and all the moisture, any moisture is going up. It's hazy in the city because cities are hot and moisture is rising, but it also because of pollution. So in general, foggy associated with water, misty associated with mountains, haze or hazy associated with dry areas or cities. But they're very similar what they actually physically are. It's evaporation. It's well, it's water off the ground or low to the ground. I hope that kind of explains it more or less. Uh, okay, Andre, last one, number 8.
Number 8. There was the most awful storm. Storm. Uh, storm.
Mm-hmm. Think summer storm. What happens in a storm?
Awful. The storm
Aw-
is the
Awful just means bad.
okay. Uh, yeah, I think it's the uh,
Okay. What do you see when you have a storm in the summer?
storm. I
Okay.
think
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, the bit the 8 week now.
No. A storm is usually associated with thunder and lightning.
Okay.
Yeah. A storm.
The storm is
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to, well, there's 2 of you, so each of you can take one. All right. Sam, what 4 of these 8 adjectives above would co-locate in the first sentence? What blank weather? It hasn't stopped raining all day. So, what are the negative adjectives used with weather?
uh,
Uh, oh, Yeah, well,
Okay.
hang on, Andre. Sam? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It what blank 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 weather? It hasn't stopped raining all day.
Okay.
It hasn't stopped raining all day. Okay. Horrible.
There's one.
hmm
3 more.
And terrible.
And there's 2. 2
And
more.
foul.
Foul. Like
Foul. Okay.
foul weather.
Foul.
Very common. Foul weather.
And
Yeah.
and miserable.
Miserable weather. Miserable is also very common,
hmm
used by English speakers talking about the weather. And
It's
also,
miserable. It's miserable. How
yeah.
we can use that? Yeah.
Sometimes we actually just say it's miserable outside.
It's
That's it.
miserable outside. How
Yeah.
we can pronounce this?
Miserable.
Miserable.
Yes,
Okay.
this is one of those words in English. This is fairly common, all right? Like comfortable, miserable. Fairly common where we have a vowel and an R syllable in the middle of a word. It's very common for English speakers to drop that syllable. Basically, do not pronounce the vowel. So it's
It's used for
miserable.
climate.
Comfortable.
Miserable.
Comfortable instead of comfortable. I'm talking about
Comfortable.
pronunciation here.
Yes.
It's common to
Miserable. Mm-hmm.
drop that middle vowel sound. Miserable,
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. Yeah. In any case, yeah, miserable is very common, at least for Americans. Oh my gosh, it's miserable outside. We don't even mention weather. It's understood. Miserable goes with weather. And also foul is very common, especially people that have something to do with the ocean. In fact, the clothing that you wear, if you're a fisherman on a rainy day, the hat and the coat and the pants, raincoat, rain pants, all of that, that's called your foul weather gear commonly. Uh, yeah, so a lot of times people that live near the ocean tend to use foul weather. Okay, Andre, which of course leaves for number 10. Let's go down to the beach. Okay, the positive adjectives.
Lovely,
Sure.
beautiful, fabulous, glorious.
Okay, very good. Um, okay, all of these are strong extreme adjectives that can describe nice weather. Sometimes we just say it's really nice weather today. um, Andre, what does it mean if the weather is fair?
It's fair, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's a fair, it's okay. You are fair.
yeah, yeah, okay. Normally when we use fair, you're exactly right. It means somewhere in the middle, okay. But when we talk about weather and we say it's fair, it means there's no clouds. It's actually kind of better than okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
it's beautiful, it's lovely, beautiful day.
yeah, it's fair weather. Okay.
Hey, it's
Very good.
possible to today is terrible day because it's the beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. The opposite. Yeah. The weather's
Yeah,
terrible.
sometimes it's
Terrible
terrible
day.
day, it's good day.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Terrible is bad, okay? Don't get confused with terrible and terrific.
exactly.
Oh, the weather is terrific. That is good. Terrible is bad. I know these words are very similar. It's a very common problem to mix them up. But yeah, you could definitely say good weather is terrific. Oh, the weather's terrific. Let's go to the beach.
Yes,
Okay. Uh, Yeah, okay. Again, I don't really particularly care for this definition here. A breeze is a fairly strong wind. maybe in England it is. For Americans, a breeze is a constant, steady wind. It really doesn't have much to do with weak or strong. Oh, there's a slight breeze, a light breeze, I should say, a light breeze or a strong breeze. You know, we tend to use an adjective to modify it. So, oh, there's a light breeze, there's somewhat of a breeze, there's a very strong breeze, meaning that it's steady. As opposed to a gale, which is basically storm wind, where it's steady and knocking you right off your feet. Basically, wind that can push you around is a gale. Sometimes you will hear gale force winds. Basically, that means if you stand in it, it might push you over. Again, a breeze is the kind of the opposite or the antonym of gust. A gust of wind, one sudden push. So if it's gusty, that means the wind comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. So again, for Americans at least, light gusts of wind, strong gusts of wind. Yeah. Fog is thicker than mist, okay. It's misty in the mornings in the mountains. We talked about that. Again, a drizzle means something different for British people. A fine rain, a drizzle is more of a drip droppy rain for Americans. Overcast, dull, all right. Winter showers, yeah. Strangely, winter showers, weather forecasters use this, but real people do not, at least in America. Again, you would say flurries normally, but I've heard weather forecasters say winter showers. When would you expect to see a rainbow? Of course, after a rain, naturally. Okay, let's look at some more weather collocations, looking at adjectives. First of all, this first set, adjectives and nouns, and then we'll take a look at expressions. But first, let's look at these collocations with adjectives and nouns. Mix and match here. Okay, Sam, number one.
I check light, steady, heavy, torrential.
Torrential.
Torrential. Okay. Nouns on the right.
Yeah, which one does it match?
Mm-hmm. Light. Rain.
Rain, that's it. Okay, so from the lightest, steady, of course, constant. Torrential is, another word is a downpour. This is extreme rain. It's coming down very heavy. Normally, it's associated with a lot of wind, also called a downpour. Downpour, a noun. We had torrential downpour is actually a common collocation. All right, Andre, number two.
Light and stiff. Stiff. Light and stiff. I think is the I think is sky.
No.
No. Breeze.
Breeze, there you go. A light breeze, a stiff breeze. A stiff breeze is a nice, steady, fairly strong breeze. You could go fly a kite in a nice stiff breeze. Be a good kite flying day. Again, at least for Americans, when we talk about a breeze, it's a positive thing. It makes it nice and cool. Even if there's a breeze in the winter, it's not such a bad thing. I don't know. I personally
I
like a
think we
nice
have
breeze.
the breeze in the morning.
Yeah,
The good wind. The good wind.
yeah, it's
It's little wind.
yeah, we tend to like that. Apparently, British people don't like it. I don't know, but anyway. Anyway, moving on. Sam, number 3.
Okay. Dense, thick, and patchy.
Mm,
hmm This is a fog.
it is. We actually have a couple of expressions we use. The fog is so thick you can cut it with a knife. Is one. Another one is it's as thick as pea soup. Sometimes you might hear somebody say, "It's pea soup out there. I can't see anything." Okay, meaning referring to, of course, fog. Patchy. The adjective patchy means there's some fog here, but not here. But there's more over here, but there's none over there. Uh, okay, not constant. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, Andre.
okay.
Okay, number
It's me.
4. Yeah,
It's me.
your turn.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. Is severe tropical. Severe is tropical is
Yeah. Extreme,
yeah, it's
and it's a negative. It's a negative idea.
yeah, severe, yes, severe. It's the
Severe.
same severe. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same and different. And stone.
Storm.
Stone?
Yes. Yes,
Stone.
definitely. Okay, a tropical storm is actually when they rate storms, they usually normally rate storms by wind speed. Before a storm becomes a hurricane, or in the Pacific, a typhoon, uh, the grade lower than that is tropical storm. Before it officially becomes a hurricane or a typhoon, it's a tropical storm. Still, pretty bad storm. That's an official designation that they use. It doesn't necessarily even mean that it's happening in the tropics in a in a tropical climate. It doesn't necessarily mean this is happening in Hawaii. You can have a tropical storm, you know, quite far north. It has more to do with wind speed than actually where it is at the climate. All right, Sam, number 5.
Yes. Clear, blue, gray, cloudless sky.
Yep. And before we mentioned fair skies, meaning no clouds. Okay. Yeah. All clear collocations. All right. Now let's try to complete these expressions with a word on the right. So, Andre, over to you, number 6. Andre?
Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
No problem.
it's open now.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Number 6.
Uh, number 6. Uh, I think a gust of bad winter, sunshine, snow, ice. Bad winter.
No. You remember we talked about gust and gusty. That's wind that is breeze is
Ah, okay.
constant.
A gust of
Constant wind.
the
Yeah.
wind.
Yes, a gust of wind is whoosh, and then it's
Okay.
gone.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay, that's a gust of wind. A gust of wind suddenly closes your umbrella. All right, it breaks your umbrella and then it's gone,
Okay.
like that. All right,
Okay.
a sudden burst of wind. All right, Sam, number 7.
Okay. A ray of sunshine.
Exactly. This particular expression is also used idiomatically. If there's someone in your office who makes everyone else cheerful, they're very bright and happy person who tends to make everyone else happy, you might call that person a ray of sunshine. Oh, Martha is a ray of sunshine in our office. She always cheers everyone up. So it can be used idiomatically that way. Andre, number 8.
Number 8. The sheet of paper.
Yeah, well, no. Well, yes, but no.
uh, the sheet of white ice.
There you go. I mean, you should know this one. This is a good one for you to know, Andre, because I know what the roads are like in Quebec in February. Okay, sometimes when if it gets it at night it freezes, and then in the day it kind of melts a little, and the water runs onto the road, and then it freezes again. This is called black ice because you can't really see it on the black pavement, on the black tar on the road. Whoops. Uh, okay, black ice is very dangerous. If you're driving, you can't see it on the road. Suddenly your car has
Yeah,
no ability.
in the car, if the snow is the freeze, you have a you have a shed of ice
A
in
sheet
the
of
car.
ice.
Yeah, just
Yes,
in the window in the car.
right. That's true. You can have a sheet of ice on your windshield of your car, sheet of ice on the sidewalk. The parking lot is a sheet of ice. Be careful when you go out to your car. So anywhere this happens all the time, I know where you live. It's a frequent problem. The road, the
I
sidewalks.
live in Quebec.
Yeah, and I know. I I grew up as a neighbor in the neighboring state, so
Yeah.
I totally get it. This happens all the time. It's a big problem. Everything turns into a sheet of ice. Very common phrase, by the way, in English. Uh, at least where I used to live. Sam, number 9.
Yes. A blanket of snow.
Very good. Very picturesque, very pretty. When there's a new snowfall and it's all nice and pure white, and the sun reflects off it. Oh, when they take pictures of the winter, they're usually taking pictures of a blanket of snow before it gets all dirty. Okay, usually a blanket of snow, you're talking about sometimes a fresh blanket of snow or a new blanket of snow. You're normally referring to right after a snowfall. Okay, Andre, number 10.
Number 10. Well, a sleep of winter.
A spell of.
A spell
A
of
spell of.
yeah, a spell of winter of time uh, of
Spell of time. Yeah, okay.
bad winter.
Bad weather. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, a spell of bad weather, meaning whatever, a few days, a week, 10 days, whatever. Consecutive days of bad weather. We also say the opposite, a spell of good weather. A spell of rainy weather, a
A,
spell of clear weather. It's a
a,
very common phrase for both good and bad weather.
a spell of weather review.
Yeah,
what?
we're talking about a time for some
Okay,
period of time.
okay.
Yeah, you should come visit me at the beach. We've had a spell of good weather. It's really nice. Okay, whatever. Good weather, bad weather. Uh, okay. More temperature words. Talking about words that have something to do with the temperature. Obviously, more adjectives. Lots of adjectives used talking about the weather. Sam, number one.
Okay. It is absolutely freezing out,
Mm,
and
yes.
I put a coat on if I were you.
Yeah. Very common, by the way, for English speakers, at least from, well, yeah, Americans and Brits. Very common to comment on the weather and then give some advice. Advice of a, you know, advice more like advice slash warning. I'd put a coat on if I were you. Be careful in the parking lot. It's a sheet of ice. It's very common to comment on the weather and warn about the weather at the same time. It's very normal. Uh, okay, Andre, number two.
Uh, we've have lovely sunshine. It's it's been um, so cool.
Probably not cool if you look at the next part. I've been
Okay,
on the
if
beach every day.
I've been on the beach every day. It's it's not sure. It's mid, mid,
Uh, you
and
mean mild?
mild.
Yeah, it could be. Now, I don't know. Could be warm or it could be mild.
Warm. Okay,
I don't.
warm. Warm is better. Is better. Is the better.
Probably it's better. Yeah, mild.
Then
Mild refers to comfortable room temperature kind of weather. The kind of weather where you're not too hot, you're not too cold. Nice weather. Not exactly beach weather,
okay.
but
Okay.
comfortable weather like in the spring or the fall,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, okay, Sam, number three.
I was on holiday in Thailand last month. It was so
Okay. What is Thailand usually?
it was so warm all the time. Yes.
Maybe.
No, because here is the
Uh,
thank God the hotel had air conditioning.
y-
Because
uh,
Thailand, no?
I think the last one has been so warm. I think.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, no.
I
Maybe.
think it's the humid. No.
No, no, because if air conditioning, it means something is hot.
Well, yeah, humid. You generally look. Probably humid. Um,
Mm-hmm.
hu-
Yes.
because Thailand is a tropical country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess it's very humid. So when it's very humid, yeah, you definitely want air conditioning. Humidity. Well, what is humidity, Sam?
Humidity is uh, humid is in it have water because humid is present in surface. You can see humid. No, you can
Well,
see. Sorry. You can see
no,
because humid
yeah,
is present in air,
that's
and
right.
moisture you can see on table on some place, especially in winter season. You can see moisture, but humid can see
Right. Humid you
because
generally can't see. Um,
mm-hmm,
and you're right. It has to do with how much water vapor is in the air. I mean,
mm-hmm,
clearly, mist or fog is water vapor in the air, and so if you have an area of fog, it's going to be really humid, close to 100%. When it's raining outside, it's 100% humidity. Okay,
Yeah. It's
but
hot.
it cools you down. But when it's warm and it's very humid, it's very uncomfortable for human beings. When it's
Okay, it's same as like
cold and
that.
humid,
Mhm.
it can be cold and humid. I mean, it's regardless of the temperature, there's a humidity index,
Okay.
scale, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
it's very uncomfortable when it's hot.
Mm.
So,
No, but for example, if right here in Thailand last month, means which month? If it is a winter season, summer season, it is little easy to understand, right?
mhm,
Because we
right,
don't know that which month,
right. But since we're
which month.
since
Mhm.
since we're in Thailand, Thailand is a well, it's not, it's pretty tropical. It is tropical.
It's tropical and subtropical, I think so.
Tropical and subtropical. I'll give you that. All right. Yes, I
Hmm.
agree. Um, right. So you would tend to think about it being hot. I mean, I'm kind of a neighbor right now. I live in the Philippines, and basically, you basically run air conditioning all year round if you want to stay comfortable. There's some days you don't need air conditioning, but those are rare. Mostly you want air conditioning. So I'm just guessing because of the place. Probably humid. Also because I've looked ahead, and I don't think humid matches anything else. Haha.
But I think is the if you usually air conditioning is hot, it's humid at outside
That's right.
because it's obligation you use air conditioning. Never time and another time you don't use an air conditioning.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Andre, number 4.
It was it was pretty hot down at the beach, but there was a lovely mid
A lovely blank breeze.
blank. Well, blank breeze, I think, is the mid breeze.
Mild breeze. Well,
Mild, I'm sorry, mild.
it could be. And so I can't say you're wrong. You can say a mild breeze. That's a common collocation. Um, but I think we've already used it. Even nicer would be a nice cool breeze. Mild would mean that the wind does not a very high speed, 5 kilometers an hour. You can barely feel it
Okay,
on your
okay.
skin. Cool would mean it's nice and refreshing because it's already hot on the beach. The breeze makes it comfortable. So I think that's the idea. A lovely cool
Okay, the
breeze.
cool breeze. Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
All right. Sam, number 5.
It is a bit, okay, it is a bit,
It's
I
not
think
bit.
I will put the heating on.
You're gonna put the
Maybe
heating
it
on.
might be warm.
Sorry?
Chill, sorry.
Chili, yes.
Chili,
Uh,
yes.
for some reason, we very commonly, Americans and Brits, very commonly say a bit chilly, kind of chilly, a little chilly. We almost never just say it's chilly. We tend to modify it with some kind of quantifier very normally. So I see this as very normal. A bit chilly. It's a bit chilly. You might want to wear a jacket. Uh, okay, I'll put the heating on. Well, all right. Americans would tend to say, I'll put the heat on. Or turn the heat on. All right, but in any case, all right, Andre, number 6.
E- we haven't had a bad winter at all. It's been very blank for the time of year. It's
Okay.
very blank. It's the winter. Huh? It's
Yeah, it's
very
winter, but it's not really cold.
it's freezing.
No, it's not
Ah, it's
negative.
not
It's
freezing.
not
Okay.
cold. So it's been
Mid? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right.
Yes, okay.
Mild.
Okay,
Uh,
mine. Sorry.
very,
Ah,
and
yes.
I say mild because it's very common to talk about seasons with mild. It's been a mild winter, especially. Uh, so no extremes of weather. The temperatures haven't been really cold. There's been no bad storms. We've had mild weather, sort of not much happening with the weather, which is actually a good thing. Uh, okay. Wait. Okay. Weather forecasts. All right. Get 5 minutes or so. Let's try using these verbs to complete today's weather forecast. All right, Sam.
Okay. Tomorrow the south will again remain warm and dry.
That's it. Very
Temperature.
okay. Hang on, wait. Let me hand that one off to Andre. Next sentence, Andre.
Next sentence is temperature uh, okay, blank 35 to 6 degrees centigrade during the afternoon. In the north, the day will start with the cool, but temperature will so could
Yeah. Well, you don't
uh,
really need all that.
uh, uh, rice?
Uh,
No,
that
uh, it should with again.
okay. Now that would be logically speaking. It
Yeah.
fits grammatically. Temperatures could rise 25 degrees during the afternoon. That is an amazing swing in temperatures. All right, if you're, I mean, it can happen, and I guess it does happen, but that is a huge temperature swing. Uh, that's not very likely that your temperature will change, for example, in one afternoon in a few hours from 0 degrees to 25 degrees or whatever. From 20 degrees to 45 degrees. That's a big change. Not likely. Okay, so very common phrasing, temperatures reach 25. Oh, temperatures reached 32 degrees today. That means the highest temperature or the high for the day was 25 degrees. Very common phrasing.
Okay.
It's possible temperatures could rise, temperatures could fall, and then give a temperature. That's true. I'm thinking that's not logical because 25 degrees that's a huge temperature swing. All right, Sam, go ahead.
Okay. In the north, the day will start quite cool, but temperature will uh, will fall gradually during the day.
Uh, but is used to indicate a contrast, the
Hello?
opposite. Hello? Can you
Okay.
hear me? Okay. So
Yes, in the
the,
north, the
the
day will start quite cool,
contrast, but
but temperature, but okay, will rise gradually during the
yeah,
day.
right. So you but
Mhm.
is introducing an opposite or a contrast.
Mhm.
Right. And so finally, Andre,
Sorry. Later in the week, the weather will turn cold, and nighttime temperature could uh, fall.
yep,
Yeah, could fall as low as 8 degrees Celsius.
that's it. Very good. Okay, we're out of time. I'll be back in a minute or two with another class in which we'll talk generally about the weather. Maybe if you join me, we could practice what we learned in this class. Thanks a lot, Andre.